China's history is very long and very important. It stretches back thousands of years like a great river flowing through time. This ancient land has given the world many amazing things. It has seen powerful emperors and wise thinkers. It has built incredible structures and created beautiful art. Understanding China's past helps us understand the world today. Its story is filled with great triumphs and also difficult challenges. The journey of China shows how a civilization can grow, change, and continue to shape global events in many different ways. The story of China is not just one story, it is many stories woven together. It tells of farmers working in fertile fields. It tells of scholars writing poems and histories. It tells of brave soldiers defending their homeland. It also tells of merchants traveling to faraway lands. Each person, each event, adds a thread to this rich tapestry of history. We can learn so much from their experiences. China's influence has been felt across Asia and beyond for many centuries, touching countless lives and cultures. The legacy of China is seen in its inventions. Things like paper and printing were first created here. These inventions changed how people shared information all over the world. Gunpowder, another Chinese invention, changed warfare and history. The compass helped sailors explore new seas. These contributions show the cleverness and skill of the Chinese people throughout the ages. Their work laid foundations for many later scientific and technological advancements globally, demonstrating a consistent pattern of innovation. China's culture has also spread far and wide. Its art, its philosophy, and its way of life have influenced many other countries. Think of beautiful Chinese paintings or delicate porcelain. Consider the deep thoughts of its philosophers. These are treasures that belong not just to China, but to all of humanity. As we explore China's epic history, we will see how these cultural elements developed. We will also see how they continue to be important in our modern interconnected world today, always offering new perspectives. Long, long ago, Chinese civilization began. This was in the fertile valleys of great rivers. The Yellow River, or Huanghe, was very important. It was called the Mother River of China. Early people learned to farm here. They grew crops like millet and rice. They also learned to raise animals. This new way of life allowed villages to grow. People started to live together in larger groups. They built homes and started to form early societies, a crucial step towards complex organization and shared living. The first dynasties, or ruling families, emerged from these early settlements. One of the earliest was the Xia dynasty, though some stories about it are legends. Then came the Shang dynasty, around 1600 BCE. We know much more about the Shang. They left behind writings on oracle bones. These were animal bones or turtle shells used for telling the future. The Shang were skilled bronze workers. They made beautiful bronze pots and weapons. Their society was complex, with kings, nobles, and common people living in structured communities. After the Shang came the Zhou dynasty, around 1046 BCE. The Zhou dynasty ruled for a very long time, almost 800 years. During this period, many important ideas developed. One key idea was the mandate of heaven. This meant that rulers were chosen by heaven to rule. But if a ruler was bad or unjust, heaven could take away this right. This concept would influence Chinese politics for thousands of years. It provided a reason for dynasties to change and for new rulers to take power, creating a cycle in Chinese history. The later part of the Zhou dynasty was a time of conflict. It is known as the Spring and Autumn period and the Warring States period. Many small states fought each other for power. It was a difficult time, but it was also a time of great thinking. Many important philosophers like Confucius lived during these years. They thought about how to create a good society and how people should live. Their ideas would become very important for China's future, shaping its moral and social fabric profoundly. After centuries of warring states, China was finally united by one powerful ruler. This was Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of the Qin dynasty in 221 BCE. He was a strong and sometimes harsh leader. He wanted to create a single, unified empire. To do this, he standardized many things. He made sure everyone used the same writing system. He also standardized weights, measures, and even the width of roads. This helped to bring the vast country together under his control. The Qin emperor is famous for starting the Great Wall of China. He connected older walls built by other states. This massive wall was meant to protect China from invaders from the north. Many people worked very hard to build it, often under difficult conditions. Qin Shi Huang also built a huge tomb for himself. It was guarded by thousands of life-size terracotta warriors. These clay soldiers show the power and organization of his rule. His reign was short, but it laid foundations for future empires. The Qin dynasty did not last long after the first emperor's death. It was soon replaced by the Han dynasty, which began in 206 BCE. The Han dynasty ruled for over 400 years. This period is often called a golden age in Chinese history. The Han emperors expanded China's territory. They also made Confucianism the official philosophy of the government. This meant that officials were chosen based on their education and knowledge of Confucian ideas, creating a system of meritocracy that lasted for centuries. During the Han dynasty, trade routes flourished. The most famous of these was the Silk Road. This network of roads connected China to Central Asia, India, and even Rome. Chinese silk was highly valued in the West. Other goods like spices, tea, and porcelain were also traded. This exchange of goods also led to an exchange of ideas and cultures. Buddhism, for example, first came to China from India during the Han dynasty. The Han period was a time of great prosperity and cultural development for China. After the Han dynasty fell, China went through periods of division and conflict. Several smaller dynasties rose and fell. However, China was eventually reunited. This led to new golden ages of culture and power. One of the most brilliant was the Tang dynasty, which ruled from 618 to 907 CE. The Tang dynasty is often seen as a high point of Chinese civilization. Its capital city, Chang'an, was one of the largest and most cosmopolitan cities in the world at that time. The Tang dynasty was known for its strong government and its open society. It welcomed traders and visitors from many different lands. This led to a rich exchange of cultures. Art and literature flourished during this time. Poetry was especially important, with famous poets like Li Bai and Du Fu creating timeless works. Buddhism also became very popular during the Tang period. Many beautiful Buddhist temples and sculptures were created. The Tang era was a time of great confidence and artistic expression, which left a lasting legacy. Following the Tang, and after another period of disunity, came the Song dynasty. The Song dynasty ruled from 960 to 1279 CE. This was another period of great achievement, especially in science and technology. The Song Chinese made important inventions. These included the perfection of gunpowder, which they used in early forms of rockets and cannons. They also developed movable type printing, which made books cheaper and more widely available. This greatly helped the spread of knowledge and education throughout the empire. The Song dynasty was also known for its beautiful landscape paintings and its delicate porcelain. Cities grew and trade continued to be important. However, the Song dynasty faced military threats from northern peoples. Eventually, they were conquered by the Mongols, who established their own dynasty in China. Despite its military weaknesses at times, the Song period saw remarkable economic growth and innovation. Its contributions significantly advanced Chinese society and had a ripple effect across the globe through trade and cultural exchange. Section 5. Wisdom for Ages, Great Chinese Thinkers. During the turbulent times of the later Zhou dynasty, often called the Hundred Schools of Thought period, many great thinkers emerged in China. They offered different ideas about how to create a good society and how individuals should live their lives. Two of the most influential philosophers were Confucius and Laozi. Their teachings have shaped Chinese culture and thought for over 2,000 years. Their wisdom continues to resonate not only in China but also in many other parts of the world today, offering guidance on ethics and governance. Confucius, who lived from 551 to 479 BCE, focused on social harmony and good government. He believed that society would be peaceful if everyone knew their role and behaved properly. He emphasized the importance of respect for elders and authority. He also stressed the value of education, kindness, and sincerity. Confucian ideas became the foundation of the Chinese civil service system for centuries. Officials were expected to be virtuous and knowledgeable, guided by his ethical principles to serve the people and the state effectively. Laozi, whose name means Old Master, is traditionally seen as the founder of Taoism or Taoism. He is thought to have lived around the same time as Confucius, though less is known for certain about his life. Laozi's teachings are found in a book called the Tao Te Ching. Taoism emphasizes living in harmony with the Tao, which means the way or the path. It encourages people to be simple, natural, and to live in accordance with the flow of nature. It values wu wei, or non-action, meaning not forcing things but letting them unfold naturally. These two major philosophies, Confucianism and Taoism, offer different but often complementary paths. Confucianism focused on social order and human relationships. Taoism focused on the individual's relationship with the natural world. Many Chinese people found wisdom in both traditions. Other schools of thought, like legalism, which emphasized strict laws and harsh punishments, also played a role in shaping Chinese governance, particularly during the Qin dynasty. The interplay of these diverse philosophical currents created a rich intellectual heritage for China, influencing every aspect of life. Section 6. Connecting Worlds, the Silk Road and the Great Wall. Two of China's most famous historical achievements are the Great Wall and the Silk Road. These were not built at one single time, but developed over many centuries. The Great Wall was primarily a defensive structure. It was designed to protect China's agricultural heartland from nomadic groups from the north. Its construction involved immense human effort and resources. Different dynasties contributed to its length and strength, making it a symbol of Chinese resilience and determination to protect its borders and way of life through many generations. The earliest parts of the Great Wall were built by smaller states before China was unified. Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor, connected many of these existing walls. Later dynasties, especially the Ming dynasty, rebuilt and extended the wall significantly. The Great Wall as we see it today is mostly from the Ming period. It stretches for thousands of miles across northern China, a truly massive feat of engineering. It stands as a powerful reminder of China's long history and its efforts to maintain its sovereignty. While the Great Wall was about protection, the Silk Road was about connection. It was not a single road, but a network of trade routes. These routes linked China with Central Asia, the Middle East, Africa, and Europe. The Silk Road officially opened during the Han Dynasty, around the 1st century BCE. It allowed valuable Chinese goods, especially silk, to travel westward. In return, China received goods like horses, grapes, wool, and glass from other civilizations, enriching its own material culture and economy. The Silk Road was more than just a trade route for goods. It was also a highway for ideas, religions, and cultures. Buddhism spread from India to China along these paths. Nestorian Christianity and Islam also reached China via the Silk Road. Technologies, artistic styles, and scientific knowledge were exchanged. This interaction helped to shape the development of civilizations at both ends of the routes. The Silk Road shows how interconnected the ancient world was, fostering a vibrant exchange that benefited many different peoples and societies across vast distances. Section 7. Later Dynasties, the Ming and Qing eras. After the Mongol Yuan dynasty, the Ming dynasty rose to power in 1368. The Ming rulers restored Chinese traditions and focused on strengthening the empire. This was a period of great building projects. The Forbidden City in Beijing, the emperor's magnificent palace, was constructed during this time. The Great Wall was also extensively rebuilt and fortified by the Ming emperors. They wanted to ensure China was secure from any future northern invasions, learning from the past experiences of previous dynasties. The early Ming dynasty was also known for its remarkable maritime expeditions. Between 1405 and 1433, Admiral Zheng He led huge fleets of ships on voyages. These voyages went to Southeast Asia, India, the Arabian Peninsula, and even the east coast of Africa. The ships were much larger than European ships of that time. These expeditions demonstrated China's naval power and technological capabilities. However, after Zheng He's voyages, the Ming emperors decided to stop these expensive overseas explorations, turning China's focus inward for several centuries. The Ming dynasty eventually weakened due to internal problems and external threats. In 1644, it was overthrown by the Manchus, a people from the northeast. The Manchus established the Qing dynasty, which would be China's last imperial dynasty. The Qing rulers adopted many Chinese customs and systems of government. They also expanded the empire to its largest extent, incorporating regions like Tibet, Mongolia, and Xinjiang. For a time, the Qing presided over a period of peace and prosperity in the 18th century. However, by the 19th century, the Qing dynasty faced serious challenges. These included internal rebellions, such as the Taiping Rebellion, which caused immense devastation. More significantly, Western powers began to pressure China to open up to trade on their terms. This led to the Opium Wars, which China lost. As a result, China was forced to sign unequal treaties and cede territory. These events marked a period of decline and humiliation for the once mighty empire, setting the stage for profound changes in the 20th century. Section 8. A century of change, modern China emerges. The early 20th century was a time of great upheaval for China. The Qing dynasty was weak and unable to deal with foreign pressure and internal unrest. Many Chinese people wanted change. In 1911, a revolution led by figures like Sun Yat-sen overthrew the last emperor. This ended thousands of years of imperial rule in China. The Republic of China was established in 1912. However, the new republic struggled to unite the country. Warlords controlled different regions and foreign powers continued to exert influence. This period saw growing calls for national renewal and modernization. The May 4th movement in 1919 was a key event. Students and intellectuals protested against the terms of the Treaty of Versailles, which gave Chinese territory to Japan. They called for science, democracy, and a stronger China. Different political ideas gained support. The Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, was founded in 1921. It gradually grew in strength, especially among peasants in the countryside, promising land reform and an end to foreign domination. Years of civil war followed, fought between the nationalists led by Chiang Kai-shek and the communists led by Mao Zedong. This conflict was interrupted by Japan's invasion of China in the 1930s and World War II. After Japan's defeat in 1945, the Civil War resumed. The communists eventually won. On October 1st, 1949, Mao Zedong proclaimed the establishment of the People's Republic of China in Beijing. The nationalists retreated to the island of Taiwan, creating a division that continues to this day. Under communist rule, China underwent massive social and economic changes. Chairman Mao launched campaigns like the Great Leap Forward and the Cultural Revolution. These aimed to transform China into a socialist society. However, these movements also caused widespread disruption and suffering. After Mao's death in 1976, new leaders like Deng Xiaoping introduced economic reforms. These reforms opened China to the world and led to decades of rapid economic growth, lifting millions out of poverty and transforming China's global standing. Section 9. Past, Present and Future, China's Continuing Journey. China's long and complex history deeply shapes its present and its outlook on the future. The memory of past glories, such as the Han and Tang dynasties, fuels a sense of national pride. At the same time, the memory of periods of weakness and foreign domination in the 19th and early 20th centuries has created a strong desire for national strength and sovereignty. This historical consciousness influences China's policies both at home and on the international stage. It drives the nation's ambition to regain a prominent position in global affairs. The cultural and philosophical traditions of ancient China continue to resonate. Confucian values such as respect for authority, emphasis on education, and the importance of family and social harmony still play a role in Chinese society. Taoist ideas about balance and nature also find expression in various aspects of life. Even as China modernizes rapidly, these ancient roots provide a sense of continuity and identity. They offer a framework through which many Chinese people understand their world and their place within it, blending tradition with modernity. In recent decades, China has experienced remarkable economic transformation. It has become a major global power with significant influence in trade, technology, and international politics. This rise has brought new opportunities and also new challenges. Issues such as environmental protection, social inequality, and managing a complex economy are important concerns for China's leaders. The country is also investing heavily in science and technology, aiming to be a leader in innovation in areas like artificial intelligence and renewable energy, building on its historical legacy of invention. Looking ahead, China's journey continues. Its historical path, from ancient civilizations to imperial dynasties, through revolutions and reforms, provides a rich context for understanding its current trajectory. The choices China makes today will not only determine its own future, but will also have a significant impact on the rest of the world. The story of China is far from over. It is an ongoing epic, constantly evolving and adding new chapters to its already vast and fascinating history, watched closely by nations across the globe.